next hour to talk to you guys, answer any of your questions, and just get caught up on snowboarding. At the moment, I'm in Mammoth Lakes, California. The Mammoth season has been extended, and so they've got an incredible spring park going on. So going to be riding here at Mammoth for the next couple weeks. I've got a special guest joining the chat in a little while. If you guys can tell by the snowboards in the background, some of you guys might know who it is. But yeah, excited to be on here with you guys. We'll answer any of your questions. If you guys want to support the channel, an awesome way to do it is first you can become a member. So there's a join button down there, and there's going to be a few new perks to the membership coming soon. So that's an exciting thing. And also you can do a super chat, or if you just subscribe here to Snowboard Pro Camp, like the video, comment, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's give some people some shout outs who are on here early. We got Luke Hayes on super early, first one. What's up, Luke? We got Bad Riders. What's up, Bad Riders? I think these guys are talking about the weather down in Australia. The Australian season starting up really soon, so you guys are getting some hopefully some snow down there. Bad Rider's saying that he's got a lot of use out of his tech hoodie. Very nice. I think he's talking about the Board Archive tech hoodie. Sean with a really good question about Mammoth. What's the best way to best play to fly into to go to Mammoth? Yeah, getting to Mammoth is a little bit tricky. It's not like a lot of other places where you can just you can fly in, to a neighboring city or like small city. It's like not the most convenient place to get to. The first time I ever came to Mammoth, I flew to San Francisco, and then got onto a small flight to a town called not far from here called Bishop. I don't know if it's a town or a city, but flew into Bishop, which is maybe like 45 minutes from here, or 45 minutes to an hour. But this past year, when I wanted to visit Mammoth, I wanted to fly into Bishop, but they weren't running the flights anymore. So I don't know if there are flights into Bishop. So I think the closest is either San Francisco. Reno is 3 hours away. So if you can fly into Reno and then drive, I guess that may be the closest one, flying into Reno, Nevada, and then driving down 3 hours to Mammoth. LA, I think it's a 7 or 8 hour drive from LA to here. And yeah, San Francisco is probably like a 6 hour drive. So it's not the easiest place to get to be honest. But once you're here, there's it's pretty cool. So there's like a real town going on in Mammoth Lakes, and then you got like the resort kind of areas. So a pretty good mix. All right. Oh, we got some locals in the chat. We got Ash watching from the UK. Luke Hayes saying, look at those swanky digs. Yeah, man, my bed is right here on the couch. Working Class Active, what's up? From Los Angeles says, what's up, Kev? Stoked to see you made it to Mammoth. Yeah, Working Class Active. How was the season down in Southern California? Did you guys get some good days down there? Kazoo MC says, I usually rent a car in LA and drive to Mammoth. Yeah, that's one way to do it. LA. Reno is probably closer if you can get a cheap flight into Reno. Sun Comic Skateboarding says, does David Jones still snowboard? He does, yeah. Hopefully if we make a trip down to New Zealand, David will be out snowboarding with us, hopefully. But when I was there last year, I don't know if you saw the videos last fall in New Zealand, we stayed in Wanaka, rode at Cardrona, and David was there for a good chunk of the trip. So if you want to see David snowboarding, there's a bunch of snowboard videos from last fall in Cardrona, New Zealand. Bad Rider says, I'd love to know how TJ goes traveling with all that gear. More importantly, is there a pig in there, Kev, that is going to ride? Yeah, I got the Ride Twin Pig is back in there. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's right here. Ride Twin Pig. That's Jonathan's snowboard. So if you guys don't know, Jonathan is like TJ's filmer out of Colorado. And yeah, I might try out the Twin Pig if I get the chance to. It seems a bit soft. It's definitely a softer board. But the way that TJ, I think, travels, I mean, he's going to come on here a little bit later, but the way that he travels with all this gear is he's got a big American style truck. So he can fit all this and more. Trucks that I don't even think they exist down in Australia where you guys live, Bad Riders. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you do have those big full-size trucks. But yeah, TJ's got a massive truck and can get all this gear in there. What's up, Rob Gams is in the chat. Ash says, so if I want to do a massive trip from the UK, would you say Japan or Canada? Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, two totally different trips right there. Yeah, that's a tricky one. So Japan, so the thing about Japan is that it's a really cool cultural experience. Japan's very different, but yeah, the food is amazing. Accommodation was really cool. Niseko, if you go to Niseko, that's a really cool place. And it's definitely got the best powder in the world. So in terms of snow and powder and the mountains are great. So if that's the kind of trip you're looking for, so like a cultural trip with some incredible snow and all that kind of stuff, then I would say Japan. Canada is a different kind of trip. Canada is, I mean, in some ways it's similar to Europe and the UK, so similar food. The food's not crazy, but it's pretty good. I mean, if you go someplace like Western Canada into the Rockies, or into like further west into the coastal mountain range like Whistler and all that, I think you get some better views. You get that real like mountain experience being up in the mountains. So much bigger mountains, and more of like, I mean, places like Whistler still get incredible snow and powder, but it's definitely going to be a different kind of riding, and yeah, more views, more like probably more different kind of snowboarding, a bit more of a variety. So I mean, I think like in terms of like, can't quite compare them in terms of one better than the other. They're both like pretty similar and both incredible experiences, but it just depends on what is you're more interested in. Do you want to just do like, if you want to just like pow riding and being immersed in Japan and maybe not caring too much about views and having some like cloudy socked in days, then Japan's probably the better trip. But if you want to have like some more epic, expansive mountain views and some really fun like mountain towns, then Canada could be the trip. If I was like starting out from, like if it was my first trip, like first big snowboard trip, I would maybe lean towards Canada if I'd never been there, between Canada and Japan. It's a bit easier too. It's a bit like of an easier trip. All right, so the guys are back with some pizza. Yeah, TJ's gonna hop on here in a little while, whenever he's done his pizza. Or he can come in with the pizza, it's up to him. All right. Oh, Rob Gam says, missed you, Kevin, at Timberline last Saturday. Yeah, what was I doing on Saturday? So I was back in Vancouver for a few days, and then I was back at Timberline on Sunday. And then yeah, the public, I guess the spring park has ended on Monday was the last day. And yeah, then I drove down here to Mammoth. But I'm going back to Timberline for the summer camps. For I think the summer camps start on the 18th, and then there's like 3 weeks of camps. If any of you guys want to come out to summer camp at Mount Hood, I'm collaborating with the High Cascade Camp, and info is in the description if you guys want to come snowboard at High Cascade. I think there's still spots left for session 3. So I think session 3 is like the second week of July. So if you have, if you got some time off in the summer and you want to do some incredible summer snowboarding, check out the links. There's, yeah, use that promo code too. Lots of perks there. Yo, we got Hamed in the chat. What's up, Hamed? Dude, I was thinking, yeah, not the last time, but a few times ago here in Mammoth, I got to meet up with Hamed and we were snowboarding here at Mammoth, and we got it was fall, but we definitely got some spring conditions. It was super fun. Some of my best laps were with Hamed up at Mammoth. We kind of went into like the out of bounds area and into just some like really cool, like unique, untouched snow, and had like a couple awesome days. So Hamed, if you have some time off in the next 2 weeks, and if you can make the trip to Mammoth, it'd be great to get some laps with you, man. Get a day up snowboarding. We'll be in touch. Oh, so Adam Bad Riders is saying that the big trucks are becoming available in Australia. Ram 1500, Toyota Tundra. Awesome. Good to hear. XBT Trader saying hit the like button. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for that. Magic Chris says, hey, Kev, what's your next new board? Man, I don't know. I'm still really liking the K2 board. So I got the K2 Excavator. Also, the K2 After Black is around here somewhere as well. So really liking those two boards. And I don't know, the next board, haven't decided. But I think my plan is to actually try to really move into like cheap snowboard gear, like inexpensive. I think one thing over the last few years is that snowboard gear has gotten, I mean, it's always nice to have the option to get expensive snowboard gear, and it's like fun to ride like a really fancy, like, you know, $800 snowboard or whatever it is. But I think, yeah, my focus is gonna turn towards less expensive snowboard gear, and maybe try to pick up a snowboard that is like under $400, like ride some really cheap boards, and give you guys some advice on that, like what to look for if you're looking for boards that are on the less expensive side. So I'm gonna try to get into some of that type of gear, and I actually picked up some cheap gear too that I'm gonna make a video of. Maybe I'll grab it right now and show you guys. So I actually picked up these are some Volcom snowboard pants, the slush slappers. And these were on sale for, I think, 80 American dollars. And I mean, they're pretty basic, really light, so gonna be good for spring and summer. And yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get away with riding something like this through the winter as well. So just really light, simple, basic pants, and less than $100 American. So I picked up these pants. And then I got these mitts. These are the Volcom Brighton mitts, and I got these for I think they were 35. Like they were on sale for $35 American. So a basic mitt. These are actually like really. I really like this palm. Super grippy. It's got the soft thumb for like wiping your goggles or camera lens, and they're just like super, like a mid-weight mitten. And these were like $40. I got them on Amazon. So I'm gonna try to make a season of like finding super inexpensive gear to ride. So yeah, you guys can see these pants, like super basic pants. Just got like the drawstring, like flexible. I mean, these would be, probably too thin for a really cold day, but you can just like layer stuff underneath. Same thing with the cuff at the bottom. Yeah, pockets with zippers. You got 4 pockets with zippers. So like, what more can you ask for? 10,000 millimeter waterproof. And I got these for, I think they were $80 American. So I'm gonna go on to the trend of like inexpensive snowboard gear. Just gonna try to I'm gonna try to get my like gear kit for this upcoming season to be as inexpensive as possible. So if I can get a park board for less than $400, POW board for less than $400, go towards some inexpensive bindings, inexpensive goggles, all that. So, and I think too, like I think people that are already into snowboarding, I think once you're already into snowboarding and you're buying gear, then that's when you can kind of start making those bigger purchases. But for people who are like just getting into snowboarding, they want to start on the cheaper side. So I think my boards coming up will reflect that, just going inexpensive. All right. All right, just scrolling back through the questions. Just want to get back to the start. All right. XBT Trader says Japan for cheap lift tickets, but Canada for big mountain riding. Yeah, I think like Canada probably does have some of the biggest mountains in North America. I mean, Europe is definitely bigger for some of their resorts, but for the like, Canada's got some big mountains. The vertical in Canada is like Japan is fairly small compared to some of the big mountains of Canada. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the comments are reflecting that. Japan, you get the cool cultural experience, you get some of the best POW riding, and then you come to Canada and it's a bit more convenient, maybe slightly more expensive, but you get like big mountains, big mountain views, and you're kind of more like immersed in the mountains. Magic Chris says next time you come to Europe, come to Teens in France, epic mountain, awesome. Sean, what's something in Japan that is pretty accessible, where a lot of people speak English, etc.? I think like all the resorts, everything is very like English friendly. Like even the Japanese people, I think most of the time, or if not all the time, they speak English. And there's a lot of foreigners like Australians, Brits, and people like that actually living in the resort's town, like working at businesses. So there are a lot of people. Like it's pretty chill. It's not like an extreme cultural experience where you're getting lost or there's that big language barrier. There's still a lot of most of the people at the resorts are like English speakers for sure. Bad Riders, I wish I could get the time off to go to camp. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Maybe someday, Adam, you have to make it out here. XBT, if you're going to do a full season, then Canada is easier for UK passport holders. Yeah, for sure. And you can do like, the working holiday visa. So you can, spend a year working in Canada if you're from the UK. Or I think you can spend 3 months if you're from the UK visiting Canada. You can spend 3 months here at a time. Magic Chris, what's a new trick you have in your mind? The one that keeps you awake at night. Awesome. That'd be good. That's a good question for the whole chat. Do you guys have a trick in mind that you guys are working on or building up to? I guess one for me would, so it's a trick I had last summer. It was just doing some front boards on a down rail, and those were feeling really good last summer, but I haven't done any since. So I'd like to get that trick back. Maybe I can get it back here in Mammoth. But I guess beyond that, I would like to do a back lip. So like a back lip on some tube or rail features. That's one that would that I'd be really stoked to get. Also, just getting some like 270s out of things like tubes or rails. 270s or 360s, just like 50-50 on to like a back or front three. I think that would be really fun to get some of those as well. So I feel like the spring and the summer is the best time to get all those tricks back, because there's no like POW days interrupting your park like focus, and the conditions are usually the most friendly too. So if you're gonna have some falls, you're usually falling into some softer snow. So now's the time to get those back. But yeah, let's see in the chat, what are some trick or snowboard goals that you guys have? Yeah, Hamed, come down, man. Hope you can make it down. Let's be in touch on Instagram. Oh, the Syndicate says, I want a Ford F-150 Lightning. Yeah, those Ford Lightnings look pretty sweet. Hamed says, the season is running long and I've never rode after April. What's summer snowboarding like? So I haven't ridden a day yet here at Mammoth, but TJ was telling me that the snow like first thing in the morning. So I guess the day runs, I can't remember what time it opens. Like it's open pretty early, like 7:30. I think they're open like 7 or 8 until 1 p.m. But yeah, it's pretty firm in the morning, and then by the afternoon, it really starts to get soft and slushy. And I think by the end of the day, it's like that real slushy snow. And then past that, I guess if you're hiking something or going into the backcountry or anything like that, yeah, it's like warm, like soft snow. When I was up at Timberline riding, like I'm not riding in my typical, snowboard jacket, goggles and all that stuff. You can kind of get away if it's a warm day with wearing like maybe just like a sweatshirt with like something underneath. I like to ride in the spring and summer with my sunglasses, and yeah, just trying to be light too. You can always I usually bring a backpack as well. Throw something, an extra like layer in a backpack in case it is like cold, or if you need to take something off. But yeah, it's a bit different, a bit more casual. And yeah, earlier days here at Mammoth, because probably past 1, it probably starts to get too slushy. So I think they close a little bit earlier, just like to preserve the snow for the next day. Has TJ shared his thoughts on K2? Yeah, let's find out. We'll ask him. Wilson, would you try the Niseko Pleasures from K2? Yeah, I'd like to try out that board for sure. XBT Trader says, buy gear out of season. I picked up a Burton flight attendant split from Burton directly for $300. Wow, that's insane. That's such a good deal. A $300 split board. Amazing. Oh man, I'm kind of like due for a new split board, so maybe I should look at those prices. Wilson saying Amplid boards are really cheap. Yeah, I haven't come across too many amp-lid boards. Snowbum Spaz says, need those pants in Australia. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Australia season is pretty consistently a bit warmer than anywhere else. So having something that's like thin, and like the thinner you go, and if you're not too worried about, having Gore-Tex, if you don't need Gore-Tex, then you can get like a really inexpensive pair. And this past season, I think, yeah, like even the stuff that I have that's not Gore-Tex, I don't think I ever had a day where the snow soaked through. So unless you're snowboarding in like the rain, Gore-Tex is not that necessary. Wilson, would you come to Austria again next season? Yeah, I mean, Austria is always on the table. It's a great place to go, kind of in like around October for the park in Hintertux. But beyond that, yeah, I would love to spend some more time in the winter in Europe. Austria, Switzerland, France, Italy all have some of the most incredible mountains. So definitely need to get back there. Rob Gam saying rode Magic Mile and Palmer to end the season last Saturday. That's awesome, Rob. Yeah, I mean, the Sunday that I rode too, I did a few laps on Magic, and there you could see all the public park for the summer they're building. Some of the camp parks are like starting to take shape. And yeah, the mountain's really transforming. The lower section is like, I guess, all closed down now. And but yeah, I was hoping to summit the top of Mount Hood, but couldn't pull it off with the timing of things. But would like to actually get back there maybe before camps and potentially summit Mount Hood. Yeah, such a cool mountain. The Syndicate says, "Hey, Snowboard Pro Camp, any skate progress?" No, I have not ridden my skateboard in ages. I remember back in the day us talking about skateboarding, and yeah, no skateboarding in ages. I think we got a new member on the chat. I think we got Syndicate. Did you just become a member, man? If you did, thank you. Or is that a super chat? Let's go to the super chats. Yeah, we got Bad Riders super chat. Thank you, man. Thanks for the support. Bad Riders is a member and hitting up the super chats. Member chat topic: favorite snowboard clips. Oh, that's a really good one. So if you guys don't know, after this chat, we go for a bonus chat, so an extra one over in the members area. So if you guys want to come over and talk and just have a bonus chat, one of the topics is going to be favorite snowboard clips. So that's really fun. So I guess from any movie, from other YouTubers, just any snowboard clip from anywhere, we can discuss that. Man, some of my favorite snowboard clips when I was like just getting into snowboarding, or like when I first like moved to Whistler, was watching. It was one of the videos, and it was like a part from Chile, and that was like a snowboard clip that I used to watch over and over again. The part was called Trapped in Chile, and it had Jeremy Jones in it, and it was just like an incredible part. So that's one of my favorites. But yeah, we can talk more about that in the members bonus chat right after this one. And if you guys want to become a member, there's like a join button right down there. Definitely hit it up. A new perk I'm going to actually start adding in is if you guys have a video clip of your riding and you want some like feedback on your riding, I'm going to start doing that as part of the members like bonus content. Do you want to jump in?
Let's do it.
All right, what's up? So we got TJ from Board Archive.
Should I go other side?
Yeah, do you want to come in on this side? Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Sweet.
Everyone knew that you were coming in because of the boards in the background.
Oh, sick. Yeah, that is a big stack of boards over there.
Yeah, I was like, if you guys, the special guest, you could probably tell from the boards who it's going to be. And
who would bring that many snowboards? I don't know.
And then Bad Riders was like, TJ, And then the question, oh yeah, I guess there's been a few questions for you already. So,
Oh, sweet.
so Bad Riders asked, if you guys don't know, so this is TJ from Board Archive.
What's up, guys?
He makes like the best board reviews on the internet.
Thanks, dude.
Putting out tons of reviews this season, and yeah, he's gonna be reviewing all these boards back there. So check him out. But yeah, the question was, how do you travel with all the different boards?
Well, typically, if you have to fly, I can get 3 boards in my board bag,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the limit before you start to, get overweight and have to pay those extra baggage fees. So I've never really brought more than that on an international trip. If I need to, you can try to like ship them. Sometimes that can be cheaper, but for a trip like this where you're driving, I drove from Colorado, just throw them all in the car, and just bring them out. Yeah, stack them on the side, not on the profile, so they're not getting compressed the whole time, and you're good.
That's a good tip. So like have them on the side.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
note that.
You don't want to be compressing that camber profile for too long, or it might change the feel of the board.
Yeah, and I told them too. You got the Tundra too. So like, I mean, if you're in Australia, Adam was saying they're starting to get those trucks.
Oh, nice.
But having like a big truck is like good, right? So
oh my gosh, dude, it's been a game changer.
throwing everything in there.
Yeah.
Snowmobile.
Dude, I had a smaller truck, an 05 Canyon for like 7 years, and it was awesome. I'm a big advocate for trucks now. Just like they can do so much and never get stuck if you got 4-wheel drive, good tires.
Yeah.
But the Tundra, like having like a V8 and the room to put in like bigger toys and more stuff is super helpful.
Yeah, the V8's important too for like getting up those mountain roads and stuff too, right?
Yeah. I was that dude going like 45 up the mountain because the truck just couldn't do it before. So yeah, it's been a big life upgrade.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions for TJ, like he knows like everything about boards and I mean about other things too, but his specialty is like he's ridden like every snowboard out there. So
yeah, anything you guys got, I love nerding out about some tech and some boards.
oh yeah, so somebody also commented. They said, "What's your opinion on K2 snowboards as a brand?" Like,
yeah, I mean, I think in general, like most, as far as like snowboard quality goes, most brands, like most major brands, are gonna have a quality product, and I try to more like figure out the nuances of like what a specific board is gonna be the most fun for. K2 is one of those brands that has like a larger parent company, so that can be a little bit interesting when you kind of look at like what's going on behind the scenes with snowboard companies. So, everyone has their own opinion on that kind of stuff, but I think overall, like, they're doing a lot of cool stuff in snowboarding, like Pat Moore's on K2 now, Sage is on there. They're focusing on the team. They've been changing the product line, improving the snowboards, doing some interesting stuff, and I think they put a lot of money back into snowboarding as well, which is always great to see. So I think they're a good brand. They make quality boards.
I mean, from my experience, like I've been riding 2 boards that, the bases get kind of, scratched up and some wear and tear. But if you give them a fresh wax, like they still look like pretty new boards. Like the top sheets are all still intact. Even the flex, they haven't gotten too soft. Like the Afterblack I've been riding since last fall in New Zealand, like the whole trip, and
sick.
It's been still going. Yeah,
they definitely like quality wise, they're up there with the best of them. And I have a K2 Manifest that I reviewed like 4 years ago, and I love that board. I still ride it sometimes. So
is that that's a free ride board, or
it's like an all mountain kind of board, like slightly directional, and just like. Yeah, it's like a good kind of do anything kind of board. I feel like I rode it at Stevens Pass with you that one year.
Oh yeah,
maybe 2019. It was a while back.
Oh sweet, yeah.
But it did good in the POW. It's super fun to carve. It's got like some nice stability to it. So that's like a nice, well-rounded one if you're a more free ride, all mountain kind of person.
Yeah, maybe I'll check out the Manifest too. Yeah.
The Manifest is awesome.
A lot of people talk about that board. Yeah. Oh, we got Chuck Van is on here too.
Yo, what up, Chuck?
Chuck says, "Yo, it's TJ. Hey boys, great to see you guys live on the screens together again. Reminds me of the good old days.
The good old
Yeah.
days, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
so many videos.
This is how it started with TJ and I just together on this screen. How was the Australian guys came to Colorado, right? You had
They did,
a
yeah.
day of riding or so?
We did. We got a day riding out at Keystone.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, Chuck, Luke, Swanee, Jose was out there. Bo and Kenzie came out. We had a big crew of people, and
Sick.
then had like a nice dinner together in Breckenridge and went out for a little bit. And David Jones was there.
Damn.
It was awesome. It was a good time. Yeah, super stoked to be able to link up with those guys in the States, and it looked like they had an amazing trip too. I know you rode with them.
Yeah.
What did you ride with them in Tahoe, or was that in
Yeah,
Idaho?
they came to Tahoe, and we went to first we went to North Star, and that was just kind of a fun chill day. It was like sunny, so we were just cruising around, and then we went to Kirkwood, and so
sick.
that was like totally different. We went to like the back bowls of Kirkwood where it's like more mellow trees.
Did you guys have some fresh snow when you were out there?
There was, yeah, like
Nice.
not like a bottomless day, but there's bottomless in parts, so
Yeah, soft out there.
and it was actually snowing through the whole day too, so it was actually getting better throughout the day. And then we had a day at Palisades, which was like maybe the deepest day of the season. So like all those guys,
Oh, no way.
man, big shit out to Chuck. Chuck like destroyed it on that day. He was like,
Yes.
because I think I like went a little bit crazy because I'm like, oh, I gotta take these guys to all the best spots, right?
Right,
So I'm
right.
like, let's go do Broken Arrow, hiking through like 4 feet of snow. And man, Chuck got there. He did it.
Beasted it.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Some of those hikes are tough, especially when you got like
Yeah.
a lot of snow like you guys did this last year.
Yeah. I mean, they're tough when it's just like a small amount of snow, but when you have that, like, it was like an epically deep day. And yeah, Chuck did it. Luke was there, Swanee. And one of my favorite things too was seeing El Stacker. Like the first run, we went up KT 22. So if you guys don't know that chair, it's like legendary, steep, big mountain chairlift. And El Stacker was just like plowing through on the Storm Wolf. He had the Storm Wolf out.
Oh,
And
sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was-
Dude, that sounds awesome. I've never seen Palisades on a pow day, but the terrain looks insane. I bet that was amazing.
Yeah.
El Stacker was out there in Keystone as well.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've like filmed a video. It's not out yet, but of my like 5 best resorts from the last year. Thinking of like, okay, if it was a pow day tomorrow, like where would I want to ride? And like Palisades would be, I mean, of the last season, it would be my number 1. I don't know if like of the entire world, but
Yeah.
it's super fun. What if
That's awesome.
if you knew there was going to be a pow day tomorrow, say like,
Like anywhere in the world.
like a bottomless pow day,
Dang.
maybe like of the last couple of years of places that you've ridden, where would you want to be dropped into?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's such a tough question, dude. I mean, like, the cop-out answer is that zone in Japan.
Okay, yeah. The Hanazono.
The Hanazono run-out zone. I love that area. But I mean, thinking about, like, I've kind of stayed in Colorado quite a bit the last couple years. I rode Cali a little bit, and
Whistler.
I would say Whistler would probably be like maybe like at the very top of like Blackcomb Glacier, where you
Oh,
could either
yeah.
go down the backside into Lakeside Bowl and then down that way.
Yeah.
I'd probably do that.
That's pretty crazy
Yeah.
over there.
So many good zones in Whistler. I gotta get back up there sometime.
Awesome. Sweet. We got, Palisades and Whistler. But yeah, there's so many places. It's so funny. Like, you have to come out one year to Whitewater, BC too. That
I
place
saw
is,
your video there. It looked insane.
It's awesome.
It was dumping.
you can honestly do, say, so they have all these like pillows and little like just they're not pillows, but little, I guess, however the rocks are sitting on the mountain just creates all these little natural kickers, and you can hit like 20 kickers a lap.
That's so good.
Yeah, so it's
That's
like,
what you want.
and I saw what's his name? Who's the dude that does the Vulcan? Scott Longo. What's it? Arthur Longo?
The side hit guy. Yeah,
Arthur Longo was there.
Really?
Yeah. I said I got to talk to him for a
No
little bit,
way.
but like, cause he's like known for side hits, and he was at the place where it's just the most ridiculous like side hit resort.
Maybe he was scoping some stuff out for new side hit
He
video.
was. I mean, yeah, on his Instagram, it's just him at Whitewater, like hitting all these like different little like spots and sections.
Dude,
So
that sounds so fun.
yeah.
Yeah. What was the snow consistency like out there relative to like if you're gonna compare it to like Japan or Colorado or Whistler
It's
or
like
California?
yeah, it was like in between. It's not it wasn't like it wasn't it wasn't like Colorado like super light, but it also wasn't like a heavy Whistler day. It was kind of in between.
Okay.
So like the
That sounds
snow,
fun.
yeah, the snow wasn't sticking to the camera lens. That's the way I can tell if the snow is like too heavy, is when it starts to stick to the camera lens, like
There's
the GoPro.
It's a little too much moisture.
That's too moist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just good consistency. Like yeah, it was like that heavy enough so that when you would land, you're not like sinking through. You're just kind of still staying on top and
That's awesome.
cruising along.
Yeah, man. We were talking about that yesterday when Kevin got in, and I think like when I first moved to Colorado, I was all about that light, dry POW, and like it's super fun. But if on a normal powder day, if you have a little bit more dense snow,
Yeah.
I think you can have a lot more fun. Just jumping off stuff, and that type of snow just sticks to rocks and things better. So
Yeah.
it's cool to be able to go to different places with all the different consistencies.
Yeah, and when you're going to like ride off of something too, it's nice that like when you push down, there's like that a predictable kind of something
Yeah.
to push off of.
Right, it's not just gonna sink to the bottom, and you don't know
Yeah.
necessarily what the crust underneath is like. and-
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
less worries.
Totally.
There's a few. Okay, so Jane says I'm fairly new and looking to get my own board. There's so many different styles. I like riding park and just having fun on the slopes. Which style board would you recommend? Preferably Burton from the UK.
Fair. Yeah, there's so many types and like nuances in the shapes, and
Do you have one on your mind?
I mean, not going for a specific snowboard necessarily, but I mean, I would go for something more twinish or a directional twin.
Yeah.
Something that like isn't really gonna hold you back. Doing freestyle stuff. It's gonna feel comfortable riding both ways. And if you wanted something a little more versatile for like all mountain, or like you just wanted one board to do everything, a directional twin can be really fun. Usually they'll just have like a little bit more nose outside the front, but on hard pack, it rides like a twin, and then in soft snow where you use that full like tip to tip length, you have a little more surface area up front, which can help a little bit.
Yeah, so if you're looking, yeah, you mentioned like specifically Burton, so like the Free Thinker would be kind of like that, right? Like the
Yeah, free thinker would be a solid. That's like a really fun park board. I enjoy that one a lot. The custom, another like kind of similar, a little heavier than the free thinker, but has that directional twin outline. Obviously, staple on the Burton lineup.
yeah the Process if you want like a less expensive, softer park board. Yeah.
Yeah, flight attendant. I'm checking out the Grill Master, which is a new one next year that they made, and it was like
The Grill Master.
It's Marco Grilk's board
Oh.
he was working on.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Before the accident, and the idea was like a board that you could go ride with the family and like have a chill morning, like mellow cruising, but then in the afternoon maybe go get into some more like challenging terrain, and a board that can like be fun and all that type of stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
The Grill Master. That's a good name as well. Chuck Van wants to know, when is TJ going to review that Lego? This one right here. So this is Casey's board, right? Why can't yeah, there it is.
In the that one right there. I was gonna try to review it in. I had a couple days in Tahoe, and I actually got to ride with Casey. So I bought that board the day it came out. Wanted to support Casey, and I figured, the size I wanted would probably sell out, and left it in the plastic for over a year, and then brought it out on this trip and got a day with Casey and rode it. But it was Palisades closing day. It was like maximum slush. It was pretty challenging, like kind of slow speed. So that's the only day I've gotten on it. I definitely will review it though. I was hoping to be able to review it with Casey, but we'll get it done at some point.
Yeah, you should have got him to sign it.
I meant to.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just ended up.
Just
There was so much going on over.
Yeah.
Casey's house is it's a little.
It's
There's a lot of fun stuff going on all the time.
It's a
lot
scene.
of different people. Yeah.
We got Justin Visey with the super chat saying sending positive vibes. Hope everyone is well. Yeah, same to you, Justin. Hopefully, man, if you're up in Mammoth at all, let's get some laps in up here.
Yeah, that'd be sick. He was saying, he DM'd me a while back saying he might try to come up.
Sweet.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, conditions are still awesome up here, guys. Like, it's the best spring conditions I've ever seen at Mammoth, and I've only been a handful of times, but it's like definitely really good this year.
Yeah, I think Northern California it's the second best season ever recorded, like since they started recording.
That's amazing.
So
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah. It was what a season. And Luke Hayes, one of the members on here, saying shit out to the London boys, Yannick and Narav. Oh yeah, couple legends right there, Yannick and Narav.
Sir.
They'll be back out this winter. In motion, saying shit out to the Aussie crew. Nice.
Doubled up.
Thank you guys for the support. All right. Jaden says, thanks both of you guys. We'll definitely check out the ones you've mentioned. Thanks for the best snowboarding videos around. Awesome.
Thanks, Jaden.
Yeah, that's really cool. We're trying to put out good videos. All right, let's go back into the chat a little. Bad Riders dropping the emojis. Do you have the members feature on your channel?
I haven't set it up yet. I've been thinking about it. I was thinking about maybe just doing like a small tier with like some emojis and stuff for the live chats and maybe introducing that for next season. But
nice.
Yeah, it seems cool.
But
it's cool you got it going.
You have a membership on Board Archive though, right? On your website?
I do. So I have like a membership going on there where I do some like BTS content, kind of like just videos. Like if I get a box of boards, like kind of talking about what we're doing, or if we're going on a trip or something, and then like the biggest perk is I'm giving away 2 snowboards a month.
Oh damn!
So I've committed to
nice
even through the summer, which is like a little stressful. So
you're gonna be running out.
Yeah. No, it'll be fine.
Awesome.
Be fine. I'm just I'd rather have people on them than like I don't know,
for sure, than just collecting dust.
I don't want to collect them. I don't really like selling them, so I'd rather just give them away.
Oh man, I've been selling all my old stuff.
I've definitely sold, I've sold a good bit of boards, but I usually sell them for like pretty cheap.
All right, if I miss your question, guys, definitely hit us up again. The chat's going off as soon as you sat down, TJ. Like the chat's been exploding here.
Sweet.
There's that Lego question. All right.
Dude, I now that you mentioned it, I am bummed I didn't get Casey to sign it, because he's about to be in like out of the country for who knows how long, and like I might not see him again for a year. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'll still have the board though. So.
Oh, Chuck Van saying it's Perisher opening day next weekend.
Oh,
awesome.
Sick.
Yeah, I hope everyone down in Australia, hits up Perisher.
Yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome season, man. I hope the storms that hit the western North America come down there.
Yeah. Narav wants to know, what's the plan for tomorrow? Are you? Yeah, I guess tomorrow we're gonna head to Mammoth for the spring park. Mm-hmm. What time is it open till? Does it open? I know it closes at 1, but what time does it open?
I think it opens at 8.
Okay.
So the mountain hours are 7:30 to 1 now.
Yeah.
I think the park opens at 8. It might be 8:30.
Do you have a board that you're reviewing tomorrow?
I haven't decided yet. I think I might do the Capita Black Snowboard to Death maybe tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Or I have some other boards that I just need to like get carving shots on that I'm doing a little video with that I just wasn't able to do in Colorado.
Some early morning carving.
Yeah, so there's 5 boards that I need just carving shots with, so I might just bring like 3 of them up and swap them out and do some carving stuff. It's going to be a Saturday, so I don't know how busy it's going to be. It wasn't that bad today.
Oh, Saturday,
but
yeah.
it might be, it's probably going to be the busiest day of the week.
Yeah, and tomorrow's going to be my first day riding here at Mammoth for the spring, so I'll probably just be chilling, like checking things out.
Yeah.
Cruising around, getting the legs back and
There's
stuff.
a bunch of terrain open to explore. Like
there's other chairs open too.
Yeah, you can still get all the way to the top of the mountain.
Okay,
there's like 5 snake runs around. I've only hit one of them.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
I wanna
there's
do
a bunch
some
of cool
snakes.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick. So you don't have to just ride park to come to Mammoth. You could just be like cruising around.
I would say most people are not riding park. Like,
Oh, yeah.
There is like, there's a big park scene up here, but
Yeah.
there's a, with the amount of cars here, like 100%, most of the people are like exploring the mountain, doing other stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's still a lot of good terrain open, and it stayed pretty firm and fast. Like, it's not incredibly slushy. It's like, it's really good spring riding right now.
Justin Visey says, TJ, you got to get a review out of the excavator, or at least
get on it.
get on it.
Man, I want to. That board looks awesome. I'm going to try to do some K2 stuff next season. I don't think... Maybe I could take a lap or something this trip, but I don't know.
We're not the same size. That's like kind of...
Yeah, that
my boards are a few centimeters bigger, which makes it... And I think I got like...
You got the wide.
The wide and everything, so...
That makes it stiffer too, yeah. I'll ride what I can get on just to feel it out sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I've had to ride 160s and stuff before, but...
do you have like what are your like top 3 kind of free ride POW boards? Do you have like a top couple?
Free ride POW kind of boards. I gotta say, one that I think is gonna be one of my new favorites. I'm gonna test it out a little bit more here in Mammoth, but I did get a day on it in Colorado at Breck. Is the new it's a Capita board. They're calling it the Megadeth.
Oh,
so it's
wow.
like the like super version of the Black Snowboard of Death, and it's like full carbon, like super light, super energetic. Has that BSOD shape. Really fun free ride focus board.
Does it have a taper?
I don't know the specs on it off the top of my head, but I think it does have a slight taper and setback, but not like super major. But I think it does have a fully directional design.
Cool.
Yeah, let's see. I really enjoyed the Battalion Cruiser this year. That one's super fun, worth checking out if you like that like pretty heavy full camber, like a heavy camber, like very energetic snowboard. That's and it's got the 3BT from Battalion. That one was really fun.
What board would you bring to Japan?
That was one. I rode that
Okay.
one probably the most in Japan because I really liked
Battalion Cruiser. Okay.
Battalion Cruiser was dope. Man, I haven't ridden the new Jones Mind Expander, but that's one that I always really like.
Oh yeah, what's that one called?
It's still, well, they changed the shape of it. So they have the Ultra Mind Expander and the regular Mind Expander. The Ultra, I think, has always been camber.
Yep.
And then the regular one used to be like surf rocker.
Yeah.
And now it's camber with like a rocker in the nose, I think.
Oh, so they've kind of combined those two into one, or they still have both?
I think they're still separate. Like, I think, as far as the construction, the Ultra is a little bit beefier.
Okay. That's one of my favorites, yeah.
Yeah, that one's always super fun. I'm trying to think of another standout, like, free ride kind of board I rode this year. I didn't ride a ton throughout the season. I want to say maybe, like, the Endeavor Archetype. Yeah,
sweet.
I would throw that one out there if you're looking for like an interesting shape.
Does that one have a swallowtail?
It does. Yeah, it has a swallowtail. So they have 2 versions. They got the regular Archetype and the Legacy. The Legacy is like a more premium construction, lighter weight, more carbon, stuff like that. I actually found the regular Archetype to be a little bit stiffer, but it's super fun shape. Like, it's very very twinish for being a swallowtail. So it's still like you can take some novelty park laps and have a good time, and floats good, it carves good. It's a fun all-arounder. It's definitely one of the more interesting swallowtails I've got to ride.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that like bottle opener look to it, doesn't it? Or does it?
Yeah, kind of. It's got a weird. It's a very geometric swallowtail. It doesn't look. It doesn't. It's not like a bird swallowtail tail.
Yeah.
It's like more geometric.
My favorite is kind of the like a not a full swallowtail, but just when it's just kind of got the little indent, just like a little bit of something there,
Yeah,
so that you still have the tail for like landing things and just feeling that like
totally.
if you're gonna like ollie off a cliff or whatever, that little bit.
I like that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. That's
why I like the
the
excavator.
excavator has
It's just got the little notch.
yeah. That's a pretty popular shape now too. I think getting that
Yeah.
like slight fish, but it still has a pretty long tail.
Yeah, the Nightiker Beta APX has that as well. Just like it, or does
Yeah.
it. I guess the Beta is a bit more. It has a bit more swallowtail, but
It's still like outside the contact points, I think, primarily.
yeah.
Bo was riding that one a bunch this year. And
Oh
he
yeah, I
was
saw that.
loving it.
Oh sweet.
The Jones Stratus also kind of has a shape similar to the excavator, and that one's super fun. One of my favorites.
I think Luke has a really good question here. He says, how are both of you boys' camps looking? Are they both full, or are there still spots available? So yeah, TJ and I were both like TJ is running his own camp. I'm part of the High Cascade camp. But yeah, tell people about your camp and where they can sign up and everything.
Yeah, totally. If you want to check it out, just boardarchive.com. You'll see a link at the top there, Summer Snowboarding. You can read all about it. But basically, my idea, Kevin and I have spent a lot of time out at Mount Hood over the years, and it's just like a really special place. It has been for a very long time to snowboard and extend the season and get a bunch of like-minded people together. And there's a lot of cool stuff to see out there as well, and just like the experience of snowboarding on the volcano.
Yeah.
Is I think if you're like a diehard snowboarder, it's something you got to experience at least once. So I tried to like focus on the experience of like spending time snowboarding on the volcano, but also seeing everything that you can do in Govey, spending time in the woods, going to see Trillium Lake, and all that stuff. So yeah, be super stoked to ride with you guys. I have a couple of spots left for the week of the 4th of July.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty fun time to get on snow.
Yeah. After this, I'll put a link to the camp in the description, and then people can go check it out. But it's on
That'd be awesome.
boardarchive.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, for me, Mount Hood is like, there's certain mountains that are just like kind of special or like magical feeling places.
Yeah.
Like Mount Hood is one. Man, there's like, I don't know. I don't want to, there's just like Niseko is another place that's like, when you're there, it's like, you're like
There's like a feeling about it.
there's a feeling. It's it's a very special place. I'd put Whistler in there. Whistler feels super special.
100%.
And just some of these places where you go and it doesn't feel like the resort is there, but that's not like the resort, and like the lifts are kind of in the background. Like the foreground and is the incredible scenery and man, when you get the clouds, one of the best things for me in life is when you're snowboarding at Mount Hood and then you have the clouds kind of fill in the valley.
Oh, dude, with the inversion, it's like incredible. Looks so
Yes.
Such a insane feeling to be above a sea of clouds like that. Or
Yeah.
You've hit it several times where you're like at sunset and you have the like ocean of clouds below you.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So for me, like I'm in terms of like anybody who's like interested in snowboarding, it can be intimidating, like going out for like a summer snowboard camp or anything like that, but it's pretty casual. Like most of the people up there are, I mean, working on just like basic stuff, like basic park stuff, boxes, tubes, small jumps. There is like pro like level lines up there as well, and you might see some like pro snowboarders doing crazy stuff. But I feel like the last couple of years they've actually geared it even more towards the casual rider. Like
yeah, I think they do a really great job, especially in the summer, of having a full like progression setup.
Yeah.
So it's like everything from like your first ride on like wide box to like small jumps to medium jumps all the way up to the pro park. There's an airbag up there.
Yeah.
And it's just it's so cool being out there. It's such a good feeling.
It's really cool. It's like warm. It's like, you're just like chilling out in the sun. And,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be there with High Cascade for session 1, 2, and 3, which runs like June 18th until, I can't remember, like mid-July. So if you guys, I think there's spots in session 3 if you guys want to come out. There's details in the description. Use promo code SPC2023.
Get some extra perks out there. Yeah, High Cascade is really cool because they have like an additional campus if you like skateboarding,
Trampoline, skateboarding,
yeah, all that kind of stuff. That's pretty unique.
And it's just like a good, I mean, for me too, it's like going out to Hood, even outside of the camps, you have the whole like snowboard community that's out there everyone's friendly, everyone's talking to each other. I mean, the one thing I noticed this last time in spring, like there'll be like one person from, say, like Minnesota who rides like the Midwest like resorts, and then there'll be like a crew like, so like, yeah, this year we had a crew, like one dude was from Minnesota, a few people were from New Mexico, I'm coming down from Canada. We had like the local, people from Portland and stuff, and everyone just kind of like becomes friends, like, oh, you know so and so, like I know like this person, and everyone just becomes like a crew.
Totally.
So every time you go up, you just end up running into people that you've met. So
yeah,
it's a really like positive, just like just scene up there.
100%. I mean, everyone there has gone way out of their way
Yeah.
to like be able to snowboard in June or July or May or whatever it is, you know. So it's like you know for sure you have that in common. So it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, so check out those camps. Man, what else is going on? I guess, yeah, stay tuned because we're going to have some videos coming out from Mammoth. Check out Board Archive. TJ's YouTube channel is going to be dropping some. Oh, you were telling me about that video you did with David Jones that you'll be dropping soon, right? With,
yeah.
Well, tell the people about that video.
So soon, I think probably this week, that video is going to drop. And basically, David, after he came to Tahoe, right?
Yep.
He was in Tahoe with Kevin for a little while. He came to Colorado before he went back home, and he's been bugging me for a while to review like a toy snowboard from Target or Walmart or something.
Yeah.
And I know it's been done before, but I think we did it in a pretty unique way. So we went to Target, we bought it was the last one. It was $15, like
Wow.
all just like it was like basically like a piece of plywood that was like bent and to have like a little bit of camber. It was a 130.
Okay.
And yeah, we hit like the DIY rail park. We I did a backcountry line on it, and yeah, we put it to the test. It was a fun video, and it's very like David Jones style. It's basically a David Jones video, but I happen to be the main character in that one.
Yeah, he took over the directing responsibilities.
Yeah,
I've been in that scenario with David too. He's like, I got an idea for a video. And it's just like, okay. And then he just starts telling me what to do.
Yeah.
All right, go stand here and say this.
He helped me edit it too, so it's
no way.
Like proper, like super fast paced David Jones style. That'd be a cool one.
Oh, fun. Okay, let's do one more comment. So, Bad Rider says, can we get a vid with Justin? Yeah, so Justin Visey, if you come up here, man, let's if there's something you want to it'd be fun to do a video teaching Justin something. If you're into, some trick you want to learn or anything like that. And yeah, maybe we could do that up.
That'd be cool.
Video with Justin.
Yeah. I definitely, mainly I kind of had like some boards that I was intending to do reviews on through the main season and just didn't have the opportunity to for one reason or another. So my main focus is to wrap that up, but I do want to make at least one or two videos kind of showing Mammoth. So
oh yeah, like a Mammoth vlog or something.
Yeah, like a Mammoth check-in, like kind of just showing
Nice.
like the town, what the resort's like, maybe some hot springs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if anyone out here, anyone watching this video, if you're watching it back and you have any recommendations for stuff TJ and I should do, secret things, hot springs,
Classic Mammoth activities.
Yeah, good food spots. We're always looking for the clutch food place.
Mm-hmm.
That can be hard in mountain towns, but
it can, yeah, especially that very small town in Mammoth where everything's closed by 9, if not 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
another video that TJ and I might do is a video talking about our favorite summer experiences that we've had snowboarding. And we've mentioned Mount Hood a bunch, but yeah, we've been to Australia, New Zealand, Chile, Europe.
Yeah.
So
back when Whistler had summer stuff.
Oh yeah.
And
that's how this all started, was in the Whistler Summer Park. Up on the glacier.
Yeah, that could be a story to throw in there.
Yeah.
And Garrett's gonna be here too, which is full circle.
Oh yeah.
Colorado summer too.
Yeah, Copper. Yep. So, I mean, snowboarding is year round. It's a year round thing. It never stops.
It can be.
Awesome, guys. So I'm gonna hop over to the members only chat. So if you guys want to come hang out for the bonus chat, become a member. A few perks to the members area. You get the bonus live chat every week, where it's like a smaller group and we talk about maybe some more controversial topics, or just like, yeah, talk. It's more of a topical chat. I'm gonna be rolling out too, like a perk where if you have some of your riding on video and you want me to check it out and give you some feedback, you can send that to me, email it to me. I'm gonna come up with like a special subject like category, and so if I see that subject pop up, then I'll give you guys like some video feedback on your riding. So I thought that could be like a cool perk.
Yeah, cool interactive way to do it.
I'm not giving away boards like TJ is over on his members area, but maybe someday it could build up to that. Do you have any other perks over on yours?
That's definitely the main draw, I would say. That, and then like the behind the scenes. I try to do like just kind of candid behind the scenes videos.
Sweet.
Coming up, next season and through the summer, I'll have some like early access to content and stuff like that. But
sweet.
Yeah, those are the main two.
Awesome. All right, sweet. Well, thanks everyone for hopping on. TJ, thanks for jumping into the chat.
Yeah, felt good to be back on a SPC live chat.
Yeah. All right, awesome guys. Yeah, stay tuned for all the videos. Yeah, check out TJ's channel, Board Archive, and I'll see all the members over in the bonus area. Awesome. See you guys. Talk to you next Friday. Have a good weekend.
Bye, guys.